Hello, how you doing? Today we're going to talk about how to tell if you're dealing with a good marketer, as in a good freelancer or an agency or somebody who's looking for work at your company to do marketing, and what are some of the signs that you should be looking for that'll help you tell if it's a good marketer or someone who has less experience in B2B. Okay, so the situation is that you're in charge of marketing either as the owner of a tech company or someone who's just running marketing for a B2B organization, and you have a conversation with a marketer. So what are the 6 things that you need to be looking for? Okay, number 1 is going for leads above all. So if somebody starts talking about leads and they're like obsessed with leads, and they talk about quantities and they talk about channels and they talk about like we get a ton here and then 2 tons here, and then they don't really talk about nurturing and qualifying that much, or they'll think that, nurturing and qualifying leads is sort of self-explanatory. It's evident and it's just going to happen. So their job is to get you a ton of leads and then everybody will be happy. Then you'll know that there are going to be problems down the line, because getting leads, especially nowadays, is all about quantity, because, you can't just latch on marketing automation and then qualify a ton of leads for you. It's going to have to involve humans, and bad quality leads translate to added cost, added pressure on behalf of the sales team. Okay, so like talking about leads all the time is like a yellow flag. Number 2 is talking and going all in about digital marketing funnels, and especially having just one leg for the marketing strategy, and that being marketing funnels and digital marketing funnels. Now in B2B, a lot of times what ends up really working is stuff that is unsexy and not scalable, with a lot of personal interaction, a lot of non-automated stuff. And if somebody isn't aware of this, then you'll know that they don't have a lot of experience. Now, that's not to say that digital funnels don't work in B2B. Of course they do. And especially in some industries. But if you go into a lot of SaaS industries or manufacturing or machinery or other B2B like engineering stuff, digital funnels just don't work, or really simplified and stupidified funnels need to be put in place in order for you to get results. And if somebody's not aware of this and all they can think of is just digital marketing funnels and like 5 steps going from lead to close, you can tell that they don't really know their stuff. Okay, number 3, measuring the wrong things and not asking about CRM data and pipeline. Okay, so one of the first things that we do with clients is we say, okay, show us your numbers. How's your pipeline? Show us your CRM. And that way we can start the conversation, because we need to see your numbers, right? But marketers, especially if they're coming from like the B2C space, and they're in e-com, they should be obsessed with numbers, but not with sales numbers. And they tend to view sales as something that just happens on the side. Marketing has to do their job, and then sales will happen auto-magically. And they might not be aware of the fact that in B2B, marketing and sales need to work really, really closely aligned. So, marketers are like, hey, I'm not touching sales, and sales can often be like that too. So it's like, oh, marketing, those hippies, just leave me alone. But a good, like solid marketing company who understands growth know that the two need to go hand in hand. And so they're going to be dealing with both sides of the equation, okay? Because you really need both teams to be on board. And that's not to say that marketing needs to be doing sales, but they need to have a freaking good understanding about what's going on in the sales process and how that lead turns into a sale at the end of the day, and what the numbers are. Number 4, obsession with Martech and software. So if somebody's like all obsessed about what technology you need to be setting up and having in place for marketing, bad sign. Again, that's a yellow flag. A lot of times the simplest of things work, and especially if you're just starting marketing, it's not like you need to like latch on 25 different pieces of software in order for things to start working. You need to start out really, really simply, doing the simple stuff, often manual stuff, like using social media in a very unique and special way. So you're probably not going to need like 25 pieces of shiny new objects added to your tech stack.